You did Drishyam 2, you directed it here, and you also directed it in Telugu.
Yeah.
What is and both films are fairly the same. There are not too many changes in that.
They won't let me. They see. They're basically their idea that you should not change from the
Yeah,
original. Yeah,
yeah.
that's it.
So,
Even in the first, they wanted that same yellow color car. They don't want to change the color also.
so what is uh, I don't know what word to use here. Maybe what is interesting for you in this process, because you've already directed this movie, you're directing the exact same. See, at least I can understand if, okay, I make this movie, there are some things I did not do very well, I want to fix them, and you make the next movie. Yeah, okay, so there is an opportunity to make the better movie of the same version, right? But if making the same movie, is it an interesting process for you?
Actually, it's a boring process. Even in Papanasam, it's a boring process. But for Papanasam, that Kamal Haasan factor was there. I just want to be with him.
Yeah.
Okay. And for Telugu, actually, I want to explore that, to know about that industry, how it works, how they think.
Yeah.
So it really helped.
That okay.
Yeah, actually, and we added one scene which was not in the Malayalam version. We didn't added that scene in Telugu. Other than rest is almost same. It's boring.
Okay.
To be frank, it's boring. There's no creativity, nothing. But I want to enter into Telugu industry and I want to experience how it works, how they operate. That's it. Even my body was also a boring this thing. That was as a remake. After that, I decided no more other. I mean, if I will be remaking my own film, but I don't want to remake any other film.
Body was some Spanish film or something.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. Now that you mentioned Papanasam, you were making few changes for nativity, Tamil nativity. You know, a lot of directors talk about this, like you have to change something according to nativity. Can you mention a scene that changed according?
Actually, I am not the one who made the changes. Kamal sir only suggested the change. Of course, I told him that we need to make necessary changes because the cultural difference is there. And first thing is that Tamil audience are more emotional. So we need to make that character a little more emotional. That's why Soyambilingam is a little more emotional than George Uti. At 2-3 places he is crying. George Uti never cried.
Especially at the end.
Yes, yeah, correct. And even in between, where after ditching that vehicle and he is coming back to his house, when he saw his daughters, he cried actually. They have some mannerisms like they are very stingy, and so what they will write their expenses behind that cigarette packs. Then they always travel with what do you call manya something. It's a
Like a manjapai.
Manjapai. That's the word. It's a yellow this thing. So Kamal Haasan and the writer was there. He's the writer. He's a Malayali. And we discussed all these things, and they gave me so many options. We can do this, that, like this, these things, these kind of things there in that community. So I picked, okay, this one is good, like this. And even he suggested the name Papanasam. What is the meaning of Papanasam? When he told me the meaning of Papanasam, I said, okay, this is good actually. So basically, Kamal sir helped me in. Of course, we have to do that cultural changes. Then only it will connect with that audience, right?
Yeah. So tell me, today a lot of movies are being seen in their own form by other people, right? Without cultural changes. Like a Malayalam film is being seen in Chennai, it's being seen in Bombay. So the cultural changes are for theatrical release for the big audience, mass audience.
Yeah, for a mass audience, actually, they need that cultural change. But there is an audience who likes to watch, who ready to accept all kind of cultures, and it's okay for them.
Yeah.
We can just release just like that. But there are, I think, more if you go into the interiors or I mean a little more village area, they are very connected to their cultures, and so they need that. That's what they are saying. I don't know. For me, it's a new experience. So they told me that when it goes to India, I actually in Telangana or Hyderabad, I mean Andhra, they are very fond of their films and their cultures, and if you go interiors, they are very, strongly attached to their culture, right? So they need that. So we have to change those things. And even I asked him, why you are changing the Christian background? Oh, you have to do that.
In Tamil or in
In both language,
right.
I asked him why we need to change the Christian background. He said, no, they don't know they are not used to with this Christian culture and this thing. So they have to be. It has to be a Hindu background like that. So that's what they say.
Maybe I'm just thinking, maybe because Kerala is a smaller state, the Hindu, Muslim, Christian intermingling is easier.
Easy, yeah.
Whereas those are both
The ratio is different.
Ratio is different. Maybe because of that.
Yeah,
I don't know.
yeah.
It's like very fascinating because it should be possible to make a Christian background film in other languages, right? I don't know why. So
even it was very difficult to make memories in Hindi. Because it's connected with Bible, right?
Yeah.
So actually, one company approached me, but to make that change that Bible thing into Vedas or thing, I don't know anything about thing. I mean, if a writer could do that, we can do it.
Yeah.
There. But then I asked them also, what if you place it in Goa or this thing? Okay, the placing it in Goa is okay, but entire Hindi belt is watching the film, right? So they are not, familiar with the Christian background, this thing. So we'll have to change it.
I don't know. Actually, this is strange because the idea of watching a film is to watch a different story.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I just feel that it's a little, like randomly, I'm thinking of a Shivaji Ganeshan film called Jnana Oli, where it was a Christian background.
Okay.
The movie was a big hit. So I don't
know. Yeah, actually, this Papanasam, actually, the community is Nadar community.
Nadar.
Nadar community.
Okay, right. So